The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former fourth-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he's...
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. On play action, Prescott. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Veteran Green Bay quarterback Aaron Rodgers ready to go for drive number 1 along with the rest of this Packer offense. Rodgers now on 1st down. A throw complete to the tight end Tunyon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Has a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The crossbar, it comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And Chris Barnes there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Prescott now. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And they move this all the way down to the 9. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama, and was inquiring about him and his skills. They say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there. So that he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Well, another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a first down carry by Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And Crosby puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 2nd and 7, Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down inside of Green Bay's 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Rodgers' throw taken in by Valdez-Scantling. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. After the sack on first down, Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Shotgun now for Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete here on target to Tunyon. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the pylon, caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Rodgers connecting with Equinemius St. Brown. And the Packers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you up due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start falling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Here's Jones again on second down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Lamb to return it. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this one's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Always fun to watch a big boy pick it up and go. He may need a little oxygen on it. He may need a lot of oxygen on the sideline.
Not only that, how about you and me trying to balance ourselves up here because you can feel the shaking all the way up to the booth. That big guy trying to get it to the house.
And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 50 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go again to Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Robert Tonyan, the intended target.
And now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the 1st. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott, and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz. And he's brought down. the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Zeke Elliott able to find his way in from a yard out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Another catch for Valdez-Scantling.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Here's Rodgers. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Osa Odighizuwa.
The defensive tackle getting in there for a loss of 5. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They